Welcome to DIY Charm Studio. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. And if you're returning, welcome back, creative soul. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite topics in home decorating, handmade wall hangings. Whether you're decorating a blank wall, revamping your space on a budget, or simply looking for a creative outlet, these wall decor ideas will inspire and energize you. Let's be honest, blank walls can make a room feel cold and unfinished. But store-bought decor can be expensive, impersonal, and sometimes just doesn't match your vibe. That's where handmade wall hangings come in. They're affordable, customizable, and packed with character. Each piece becomes more than just a decorative item, it becomes part of your story. The beauty of handmade wall hangings is that you don't need to be a professional artist or an experienced crafter. All it takes is a bit of imagination, a few materials, and a willingness to try something new. These pieces add warmth, texture, and visual interest, one of the best ways to make your home feel truly lived in and loved. Before we dive into the ideas, here are some common materials you might want to gather. You don't need all of them, just pick what works for your style and budget. Yarn or twine, cotton rope or macrame cord, wooden dowels or branches, fabric scraps or old t-shirts, beads, feathers, shells, or buttons, paint, dyes, or markers, embroidery hoops, canvas or linen fabric, cardboard and scissors, hot glue gun, thread, or wire. Now that we have the materials, let's jump into the fun part, the wall hanging ideas. First up is the classic yarn wall hanging. This is perfect for beginners and super customizable. Use a wooden dowel or branch as your base and cut several strands of yarn in equal lengths. Loop them over the dowel using a lark's head knot. You can experiment with different colors, textures, and patterns. Think V-shapes, asymmetrical fringes, or color blocks. Add beads for a boho vibe or dip dye the ends for an ombre effect. It's a simple and satisfying project that adds a cozy touch to any room. Next is macrame, a timeless craft that's made a major comeback in home design. Macrame wall hangings can range from simple to large and dramatic. You don't need to be an expert, just learn a few basic knots like the square knot, half hitch, and double half hitch to get started. Use natural cotton cord for a neutral, earthy look, or incorporate dyed rope for pops of color. Macrame is perfect for bedrooms, reading nooks, or hallways. For a more modern or geometric look, try cardboard or wooden shape wall hangings. Cut out different shapes, triangles, hexagons, or circles, from cardboard or lightweight wood. Paint them in your preferred color palette and arrange them in a cascading pattern. Hang them with clear thread or twine. These minimalist and sculptural designs are perfect for contemporary or Scandinavian-inspired spaces. If you're drawn to a more organic, earthy aesthetic, try a nature-inspired wall hanging. Collect driftwood, dried leaves, feathers, or even flowers. Use twine to tie them to a horizontal stick or branch. You can also add soft textures like yarn tassels or fabric pouches filled with lavender. These rustic, boho pieces bring a calming and grounding energy to any room. Another fun and eco-conscious project is the fabric scrap or recycled t-shirt wall hanging. Cut strips of old fabric and knot or braid them onto a wooden base. You can also weave the strips through a grid or macrame pattern. Mix up different fabric types, cotton, denim, lace, or jersey, to create a layered, textured look. Add fringe or charms for a playful, unique design. It's an affordable and creative way to repurpose old materials. Embroidery hoops can also be used in new ways for wall hangings. Stretch fabric in an embroidery hoop and use it as a canvas for your creativity. You can paint abstract designs, stitch floral patterns, or even glue on lace, sequins, or beads. To create a soft gallery wall effect, hang multiple hoops in different sizes. If you want to add texture and depth, woven wall hangings are a great option. You don't need a loom to start, simply cut slits in a piece of cardboard to hold your warp threads. Then weave in yarn, wool, ribbon, or fabric strips using a simple over-under motion. You can play around with patterns, add fringe, and experiment with different textures to keep things interesting. For something artsy and expressive, consider a painted textile wall hanging. Stretch a plain piece of canvas or thick fabric between two dowels and paint directly on it. Go for color blocks, geometric lines, or even an inspirational quote. If freehand painting feels intimidating, use stencils. These hangings add personality and boldness to your space, perfect for modern or contemporary styles. If you love to capture memories, create a photo or memory wall hanging. Hang photos using twine and mini clothespins on a wooden rod or frame. You can include notes, postcards, or pressed flowers. This is a great way to personalize your space and showcase happy moments. A fun family-friendly project is paper craft wall hangings. Create paper tassels, origami cranes, layered cutouts, or even painted paper fans. These light, colorful designs are perfect for kids' rooms, play areas, or seasonal decorations. Plus, they're great to do with kids or friends. The beauty of handmade wall hangings is that they don't have to be perfect. They reflect your hands, your story, and your unique perspective. Feel free to experiment with colors that match your home, repurpose materials you already have, and change up your creations to match the seasons or your mood. Before you go, here are a few quick tips to help you get the most out of your DIY journey. Plan your color palette in advance for a cohesive look. Don't be afraid to mix materials. Contrast adds interest. Test your hanging system to ensure your piece is balanced. Take your time and enjoy the process. It's just as rewarding as the finished product. Use command hooks or removable wall strips for easy, damage-free hanging. If you try any of these handmade wall hanging ideas, I would love to see your creations. Tag me on social media or leave a comment below describing what you made. And if this video gave you some fresh inspiration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who loves DIY and home decor. Thank you so much for watching, for creating with me, and for making your space a reflection of your soul. Until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and keep making beautiful things.